Hey guys, welcome back for episode 3. As you can see, we are right where we left off. So last episode we did spend the time just training up. We got one new encounter. Let's go to our team for a little recap. So, of course, we got Genie. Got up in special attack now. Fatal precision, super effective moves can't miss and are boosted by 20%. Then we got our starter, Hawkeye the Dartrix. With hydration, heals status problems in rain. So we're going to hope that we do run into a situation like that. Then we have the only encounter that we caught last episode. Our MVP, the Ferret. Sturdy, negates one hit KOs. I think this is going to be our MVP eventually. I feel it in my bones that this is going to be a moment we're going to come back to and be like, he was right. But we also did run into a Heatran as soon as we got into Viridian Forest, and that was not a good encounter for us. We didn't lose anybody, but they did waste some time, some balls. And the worry of being KO'd, trying to catch it, only for it to struggle and take itself out. So, Heatran will miss you. We'll always think of what could have been. But you're gone, so let's get going with this. Like I said at the end of the last episode, we are going to train for a little bit more before we move up. Hopefully, this episode I'm planning to land us right outside of Brock's gym. Hoping, so this could be a crazy little episode. Or we could get wiped in the first battle and we're starting over. But anyway, okay, reflecting. I'm gonna use leafage here. Yeah, so welcome back, guys. It's a lovely little Monday. Setting up the grass field. Yeah, so how was everyone's weekend? Hopefully, everyone here caught the 2 streams over the weekend. And I hope that I'm not lying when I sit here and say the 2 streams over the weekend. From Friday. We're going to play the game of can I beat him before the rollout beats me? But yeah, stream Friday night, and we stream Saturday night. Okay, yeah, I should be all good here. Anyone new from those streams, just finding my videos for the first time, like maybe you saw the stream, didn't check out the channel fully yet, but now you're seeing, oh, he posted another video. Let's go check that out. I'd recommend going back to episode 1, starting this whole series over again. We go through the introduction there more and talking about who I am, what my vision is. But right now, we're going to keep training, try and get through this. But yeah, we're having a good time here, guys. I'm loving the interactions that I'm getting from this. I'm just loving the confidence I'm getting from this. It's overall just being a really good time. I had talked in the last video, and I believe in the first video I did mention it as well. This has been a dream of mine for a long time to get into this. Like, initially, before the pandemic, back in 2020, I had bought like this mic, it's $40. I bought it in a podcasting kit because that was my original dream. That was the original goal for content creation, was to be a sports podcast. But as we know, everyone in the world decided podcasts are the way we should go, so there are a lot of those, and I just kind of backed away from it. And then I was like, maybe we'll try and do some Pokemon videos. So I started getting everything ready, built up my PC, got everything all set, and chickened out. But now we're back. We are doing the best we can with this, just having a fun time. for right now, we are going to be sticking to Pokemon content for the videos. Definitely. Streams, I'm going to say 95% be Pokemon. But who knows? We might get another game in there. We might get something a little more action-based. Could bounce between... Oh, Heatran's back. I'm sorry, buddy, but you lost your opportunity. I tried to bring you into this. I tried to welcome you into my family here. But you didn't want any of that. Let's see how Hyperspace Hole here does. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be trying to bounce between eventually making streams especially be like a place for some variety to happen. Could be anything from, like I mentioned in the first video, the Borderlands games are some of my favorite games. I wouldn't mind maybe doing a stream series where I'm playing through those eventually. Maybe you'll see me rocking some Elden Ring. Well, yes, I love Pokemon. Elden Ring is, or at least it was for a long time. I haven't hopped on it in a little while. Elden Ring was my definite relaxing game. Like, I sat down at the end of a day and was like, all right, time to relax. Let's play some Elden Ring. Which I know was, a lot of people were looking at me like, are you crazy? What is happening in your life that Elden Ring is the relaxing game? And hey man, you get in there, you can shut your brain off and just have a good time. So maybe we'll be breaking that out at some point, go through some challenge runs on there. I mean, no, even if you want to see me play something like Happy Wheels, let me know. I'm always down just to adjust things to what you guys want. We're a few levels ahead of them, so this should still be fun. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, no, definitely I'm happy to adjust what we're doing here for streaming specifically based off what you guys think is a good idea. What you want to see. So we're just going to try out a bunch of things, but videos for the time being are going to be strictly Pokemon. Actually, before I get into another battle, we're going to do this. 1 second, guys. I have to let my cat out. Alright, guys, I'm back. So, yeah, I let my cat out. He likes to hide in here, and I'm fine with that. I let him do it, of course. My little guy Peter, about 13 years old, but he likes hanging out in here. And he likes to wander off, come back. I leave the door partially cracked because he likes to push it open. Because if I don't leave it open and I shut the door for any reason and he's not in here, he will go up to the door, and yes, he is an older cat. He moves a little slower, doesn't like to do a lot of stuff, but he will turn around, put his butt to the door, and he will start thumping on the door like a rabbit. So because I don't want that in the background of the video, left the door a little ajar for him so he can just push it open because he opens it with his head. So I'm just gonna let that happen. Right, so we're getting everyone up there. Yeah. So how's everyone's Monday? I know Mondays aren't fun. I mean, for some people they might be, depending on your job, but Mondays in general, I'm not a huge fan of. Everyone, where you listening to me from? You know, school's starting back up for a lot of people. Listening to me in study hall, lunch. Did you decide to skip school today? And you're like, man, I'm just gonna watch some Catching Chronicles and just hang out. Whatever your excuse is, I'd love to hear where you're watching from. But Caracosta. Yeah, no. Again, since I am filming this a little bit in advance, crit, that's what we like. That's what we like. Since we're filming this a bit in advance, I'm hoping that my weekend went good and everything went smoothly, and I'm here on Monday, maybe a good Monday, I'm hoping. This could be a bad decision, but I think I'm going to try and get one more level on Genie. and then we're gonna do this battle. I do have to say, this battle has beaten the crap out of me before, and I have lost because of it. So we're gonna really hope that I can get through with these two being a level 13. I shouldn't have a problem with it. I forget what the levels are set for when you play for normal with this battle. Because I remember the first time I ever tried this, I was sitting in my history of the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal, which is what Paldea is based on. But I was sitting in that class, I had finished the test for the day, and we had like 20 minutes to kill, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. So I'd been playing it in class, whenever I finished my work. And, I got to this battle the first time, and I did not have a good time. I'm hoping this is gonna be a good time. Now, you know what? I know this is gonna be a better attempt at it. So we're gonna get one more level up, like I said, on Genie, and we'll worry about he's our MVP. He's gonna sit in the back for a minute. Maybe he'll come into play, but I'm manifesting it now. I'm gonna will it into existence, that Genie and Hawkeye are going to do good by me in this battle. And I'm guessing that if they don't, then I'll be back to this clip, and you guys can jump back here and leave a comment laughing at me about it. I'll enjoy looking at those while I'm, restarting this. Let's start when it has appeared. We're going to knock this out. And move on from you. You should get me the level. You should get me to the level, maybe. I don't know. Stalin's a big boy. I like fighting the big. Oh yeah, no. Nowhere near. So this is going to be another minute, guys. I'm starting to think we'll get through this battle, and then this episode will probably get us to the point where we are going into the museum. So we might be starting the next episode with our first boss battle, if you may. Crits. We love crits. That might be the goal today, and then you'll see me struggle through that one, because that's a fight that I have never had a good time with at any point, but we should have some encounters leveled up, be ready to take that on. I would have loved to be going into that with as many Pokemon as I can, so I'd have loved to be able to get something like good old Heatran, but here we are. Can't live in the past on that. So we're just gonna see where this takes us. Alright, Genie's 13. Hawkeye's 14. Razor Leaf. I am happy that I got that. Because we're actually gonna get rid of Peck. I know I could have gotten rid of Leafage, but I just like having some more options for grass, and Pluck still does its good damage. I think it was about 60 damage base. Yes, I have 2 left for the vial. Alright, guys. That's our boy, Brandon. I think Brandon or Brendan from Gen 3. Him and his Trico. Looking for a Joltik. Good luck, buddy. I'm just trying to catch some Pokemon before I challenge Brock. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yes, I'm Joe. Let me beat the crap out of your Pokemon real quick before I go and keep trying to catch this Joltik. Why is he trying to catch a Joltik? Oh god, yeah, we are over prepared for this fight. It's gonna confusion. All right, yeah, I'm not worried. See, I think I've played this in hard mode one too many times, just because I've played this where this fight has been a good amount of a higher level. Alright, yeah, I was worried for nothing. But let's move on from here. I haven't had a loss like that in a while, but that was rather fun. Danny, huh? Here, I have an extra one of these. I'm sure it'll help you. Alright, dope. That's why I wasn't training for it. Yeah, use an IV Pokemon in your party. Pressing A in the stats section of the summary screen also brings you to the stat scanner. There's information about EVs, IVs, and even evolution data. Evolution data would be nice because I might forget something. But remember, EVs and IVs aren't really mattering right now because we're in no grind mode. But alright. Well, let's get moving with the rest of Viridian Forest. You know what? I'm going to take the battle. I normally avoid these battles and sometimes going underleveled for stuff, but we're just going to hope for the best here. 2 Pokemon. I'm trying to think. Is it this? Is it Radical Red or is it? No, it's in the Hoenn games. One of the worst fights I'd ever gotten myself into was when I went and fought the Fisherman. Pete came back in and now he's leaving again. You fight the Fisherman because in the second town it's where you get taken on the boat, where you fight. You have the fighting gym where you go find Steven in the cave. That Fisherman in the regular game, unrandomized, it's 6 Magikarp. I believe 4, 6. I think it's 6. 6 Magikarp, so it's not a challenge. It's not normally a challenge. I've done that a few times where I've gone through and ended up facing a team of 3 legendaries and a pseudo, and it's not a great time. Oh, look how cute Palmy is. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't worry, someday I'll run into you again when you're standing on your back legs in your 3rd evolution, your 2nd evolution stage. Because, I mean, beautiful evolution design. I can't think of anything better for the new, in Gen 9, having the new mechanic of having Pokemon walk with you to evolve. This Pokemon is just on all 4s, and then stands up and gets a little bit bigger. Peak designs right there. Speaking of peak designs, we've had what, 3? Yeah, at this point we've had 3 new megas shown for ZA, which comes out in October, which hopefully we'll be doing some content on that when that comes out. But yeah, no, we have 3 so far. We have Mega Dragonite, which, hey man, so I've seen a lot of people that are like, this design sucks, so lazy, oh, it's so stupid. First off, we got Megas back. No one should be complaining because we got Megas back. Second, I'm going to look right at the camera for this. Push the glasses up and everything. Don't come after my cute little winged boy. Okay? Okay. He is adorable, and I will defend him at all costs. Victory Bell, on the other hand, for the Mega. I don't hate the design, but I also think that they could have done a little bit better on it. But, again, we ride till we see it in game. And then, yesterday, they did the reveal, well, yesterday for me, for you guys it was last week. They did the Hawlucha, which, first off, I'm so happy that it's not another Gen 1 Pokemon getting a Mega. I'm happy that we don't have just, because before, the only Megas we had for Gen 6 from Gen 6 Pokemon were the legendaries, Xerneas and Yveltal. So I'm very happy that now we're at the point where we at least have Hawlucha. I'm hoping, if you don't like leaks, just put your fingers in your ears for a second or mute the video for a second. But I am hoping that we do get Dragalge and Barbaracle. I hope we get a few more. I'm hoping for the starters for sure. I feel like the Gen 6 starters are gonna get Mega forms. And maybe finally there'll be some respect put on my boy Chestnut's name, because everyone loves Chespin. Chespin's a little cute guy, but then we get to his final form and he's just never gotten that love he deserves. I know there is a community out there that does love him. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate you, I love you, I'm a part of that. But he needs something. I agree, he does need something, but it's not because I think his design is flawed. I think it's because we just need those haters to quiet down. But, and welcome back now, because you can unplug your ears. We're all good now. I'm hyped for ZA. It's going to be a good time. A lot of people just aren't. I've seen a lot of mixed reactions. I've seen a lot of people who are super hype about it, super excited, but I've also seen a good amount of people that are kind of like, really? We're just stuck in Lumios? And it's like, there's going to be more than just being stuck in Lumios. We're going to have more areas. And also remember, Lumios itself is a giant place. We have not been, the only exploring Lumios that we have outside of the anime, which the anime shows it being a very large place, is we have the circles and alleyways we could run around and go through in X and Y. Like, that's not the full scope of it. I think just in the announcement trailer alone for ZA, we saw more of Lumios in a game than we have before. So I'd take that win. We're gonna rock with it. Of course, I am. ZA it's gonna be good. I'm also just waiting to see when we're gonna get some announcements going. I'd expect probably Pokemon Day, most likely, to finally get the first news of Gen 10. But I honestly, it's hard to wrap my head around the fact that we've made it 10 generations, and so I've had a theory for Gen 10 that part of me, and you guys can see what you think about this theory. You can tell me I'm dead wrong. You can be like, nah, this guy's got it. You can bring out the tinfoil hats if you want. But my theory is that I've seen around before. Maybe Gen 10 is the last like full gen release, and maybe moving forward we can have a base game that is the Gen 10 game, whatever it is, be it I know there's been a lot of rumors of it being based on Greece and the Mediterranean area, which I'd take. I love Greek mythology. Again, I'm a history teacher. I am more than happy to play through and get some Greek gods in here, get some Greek inspiration. I think it'd be incredible. But have that be kind of a base game, and then from there it just expands and adds on to it in kind of the way to make. I think it was a few years ago we had, what was it, Pokemon World or something. It was a fan-made game, but it was every region was there, and I think that would be a cool idea to have. I don't think it's very likely, but I'd love that to be true. Let's see. Right. If you can hear that, that is Peter meowing at me. I'm playing with one hand right now so that I can pet him and have him just go back to bed. Over there, come on. He's a very vocal old man, likes to yell at me. I give him the attention and he still meows at me. I know, I can give him more attention. I love you. The guy's a little kitty bed right next to me. Don't worry, you'll eventually get to see him. Maybe we'll end up doing a Peter cam or something where you just get the view of him. Can I help you, old man? He likes to also headbutt my leg if I don't give him attention. Good boy. Alright. We're making our way through the woods. Reuniclus. Not gonna lie, Reuniclus is a Pokemon that I actually wouldn't mind seeing get some love in the future. Be it maybe it's a hidden mega. Maybe we're gonna get. Maybe it's one that the league didn't show us, and we are gonna get this as a mega, which I think is cool. But let's see just some love. I don't think I would have made it through my first playthrough of Pokemon Shield without my Uniqueness. So I got that special love. There are a lot of Pokemon that I wish would get something that would be able to be given their spotlight that's not named Charizard, Pikachu, Meowth, Mewtwo, Greninja. I mean, Greninja we love. We're going to get the Mega for Greninja, but after this, take a step. Take a beat, alright? But no, you know what? For today's video, what is the Pokemon you would most like to see have new form, new mechanics, be involved with, new evolution, stuff like that? Because I mean, when Gen 9 came out, when we had Scarlet and Violet come out, one of my favorite things was having Primeape get his evolution into Annihilate. That was a great thing. I really appreciated that. I always thought Primeape was a good Pokemon, and I love that it's so the lore is interconnected to it, and that they didn't just kind of throw it together. They were like, no, let's do a little thought here. And I mean, yes, the thought is the angry Pokemon got so angry that it dropped, and the rage carried it into the afterlife, and now it's a little calm. It's the peaceful ghost staring at you that'll still punch a hole through you. That was one of my favorite things to see with that. Alright, Grumpig became confused. Grumpig is confused. But yeah, so like I said, just real quick, gotta check my recording time here. I do have to leave in a little bit. We're an hour, 4 minutes. Alright, so we are going to make it out of here, and then, like I said, I'm going to get us up to the museum, and then we will be starting our next episode with that battle at the museum. I know if I get rid of Trick Room right now, I'm gonna pass on Light Screen. Y'all can yell at me if you want, but I just know if we get rid of it, that we're not gonna be having. I know that's when we're gonna run into a problem. And also, I just realized as we're sitting here, I never turned the music on when I started recording. I paused it beforehand because I was just making sure my levels were all right. Never brought it back. So you might hear music. I might put it in post. But also, you might not. So I apologize for that. We're just going to live with it. I'll probably put it in post. But yeah, no, that's some of the growing pains we got to deal with this channel getting going here. I'm probably gonna forget something. It's gonna happen, like with music today. I just hope that I'm not raked across the coals for it. But like I said, I'm gonna try and fix that. Just get that set up in post for editing. Fusion. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, we're gonna stick for these videos trying to be like 30 minutes. If we go a little bit over, we go a little bit over. It's fine. I'll still post it, put it up. The fence fell. Okay. But yeah, no, we're gonna try and stick to 30 minutes for now. If you guys want to see longer videos, let me know. Maybe I can push them to like 45 minutes for the regular, which is what this one's looking like. It's gonna be 45 minutes to maybe 50 minutes. But yeah, no, just let me know what you guys are thinking. Give me some feedback. Again, I'm always happy to hear it. Yawn. I think I'm beating you at least. And it will be a nice amount of XP off of this. But say, why do I even? I mean, I'm just leveling up MVP at this point. Learned headbutt. All right, we take those. We take those. That's gonna come in handy. That's right. We also get the infinite repel from her, which we will be using to get out of here. I'm gonna Pokeball, not available. Okay, cool. Infinite repel, so that I don't have to worry about running into anything. Real quick, right down here. This is one of the new areas. Pokemon get a little higher level in there, so we're just gonna hold off for a second. But we're gonna keep going, beat this guy, and then we'll make it into Pewter City. And yeah, that's where we're gonna finish things off for the episode. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate anyone who's sticking through here and watching these videos. I know it's some rambling and everything, but just I appreciate people being here. Any small amount of interaction is a huge plus for me, and just really makes me appreciate you guys more. It makes me feel more fulfilled with this. So thank you for those that are sticking around, that are putting up with this. If you're just putting it on in the background, it's all good. Just I get it. Put something on your TV, your computer, and just sit there while you doom scroll. It's all good. We're gonna get through here. Again, remember, as I said, when we get to a new town, hit the Pokemon Center. Heal up our team of 3 Pokemon that 3 of us, well, the 4 of us, me and my 3 Pokemon, are taking over the world. We're doing this. Just, you know what? I'm feeling generous today. Just because I want to try and at least have one encounter in every video. We're gonna go for our Pewter City encounter. Okay. Okay. Desolate Land. I'm happy you evolve. What can I hit you with that's not gonna instantly kill you, but is also gonna be effective? Shift, actually. Hold on here. Is it Foresight? Yes, Foresight, I believe, that allows you to hit ghosts with normal type moves. I remember as a kid, I never understood what the hell that move did. Like that Odor Sleuth. I was always like, what's the point of these? Now I understand. Alright. Start throwing some balls. Let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3. Caught. Alright, I didn't think that was going to be a hard one, so. Alright, our team has grown to 4 members now. Of course we're going to name him. Eventually, I do want you guys to, I'd appreciate you guys leaving names for Pokemon down in chat, just ideas. If you want to leave me 600 names down in chat, feel free. Put them down there. Give me something to pull from. For your name, you know, because we talked about him, and he's back sitting down next to me, we're going to name you Peter. Peter is on the team. We're going to check that ability on Peter real quick. Naive natured, desolate land. Alright, so that could be useful for the time being while he's young. Hit the Pokemon Center because we're right here. Not going to use the Pokeball. But yeah, so I'm going to go up there and just show the last little bit here. This is again something new that you've been added into this game. Come into the museum, go upstairs. Now right over there, you see him. That is our first Johto gym leader that we are going to be facing in this. So I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for sticking all the way through. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, tell me how your day's going, share me with a buddy if you think they'd like the vibe of this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my streams, hopefully. But if not, have a wonderful rest of your day.